Guenther, thank you so much for your time. Excited to be here. This is quite a scene, quite a spectacle. Think back a couple years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, I don't think you probably thought you were going to be one of the stars of Drive to Survive and recognized in America. We've had 3 races in this country now, and now we're in Vegas. How have you felt the change in F1 in America?
First of all, thanks for having me, and hello. How it has changed, I mean, it has just, Haas F1 was, we are in our 8th season now, and I just go back to 8 years ago when I told people, I'm going to do F1. People knew what F1 was because people know, but yeah, it's all right, And now if you say to somebody, I'm doing F1, I don't have to say it to them anymore. They know now about it, and everybody just, not everybody, a lot of people like it. And I think it is something very good for Formula One, but I think it's good for the people because I think Formula One gives a lot of entertainment. It's not only a car race, it's also the rest of it. And obviously, in these ages, people love entertainment, and we give them a lot of it sometimes, So it's fantastic, I think, what Drive to Survive have helped a lot to make it this way in the United States, but it's fantastic to have 3 races here, and Vegas is Vegas.
Yeah, well, let's talk about Vegas, because coming here, I've read some of the articles and interviews you've given. You are all about Vegas, and you're ready to be here. And you mentioned entertainment. Is this just a natural relationship to have the entertainment capital of the world host an event?
Absolutely, and again, I say, and I'm in motorsports a long time, if not longer than 5 years ago, you would have told somebody, there will be a car race, a Formula One race going down the strip. I mean, people would have declared you as mad, It's like, yeah, you don't know what you're talking, you're dreaming, or you're an illusionist or whatever. But now we are going to do it. We're going to do it tomorrow. We start tomorrow going down the strip with an F1 car. Yeah. Something like, wow, it really happens. And I think the people which have put this one up, I need to take my hat off to them, to have the idea and to make it happen. Having the idea, I've got a lot of crazy, stupid ideas in my life, but I cannot make them happen, But these people make this happen, which is fantastic.
And the amount of people that have invested in this event and making this one happen in particular is remarkable. But let's talk a little bit about the racing. There's a lot of questions about what's the track going to be like. The actual circuit is new, obviously. Tire degradation, the temperature. How much, in terms of simulations, do you guys do that impacts what you think you're going to see before you even hit free practice 1?
First of all, I want to go to the people which are very critical about everything.
Yeah,
because we always, if something
everyone
new
has to be that way.
Exactly, it's always the same. So I'm not worried about that, what people think. We will show if we can do it. We have done some simulation. We don't have any. We have got data, but the racetrack, I was told, the first time completely closed was last night. Before it was never closed, so you cannot go around and get data on a car. So we had to stitch the data together. You're just doing your simulation work as always. Obviously, you don't have the real roughness of the tarmac, but I think it's a good thing that we are not all prepared, that there will be some surprises, I think, tomorrow night, the first ones, for the teams, for the spectators. So, but you prepare as much as you can with the data you have, and obviously the temperatures, people is very doubtful about what it will do to the tires. Mm-hmm. You know what? We will find out tomorrow night.
We will find out tomorrow night.
Exactly.
And it is a little bit warmer today than people thought it would be. We'll see how that holds for the course of the next couple of days. When you think about practice, though, are these way more important in terms of practice? Is this like one of the most important practice sessions of the season? Is this unique, and how much goes into this practice and what you're going to take out of it?
Absolutely, because I don't think there was in the modern times of F1 there was never a race with as little data available as here. So always when you go to a new racetrack, you always find out something which you couldn't simulate, or you don't have the information, the data for it. But this I think will be special. This practice is tomorrow and on. I always have to think, because we are running a day early. We say this tomorrow and on Friday will be very important. FP1, FP2 and FP3.
Race weekends are so challenging on the entire team, not just the drivers. And you guys, midnight quali session, local time, 10 p.m. local time, race starts. How are you managing the actual team in terms of just their bodies and minds to get through a very grueling weekend?
They are pretty used to work in these time zones. It's a little bit strange because on Friday, for example, the team is not allowed in before 5 o'clock in the paddock, in the evening, 5 o'clock. So it's very strange, but we adapt, because at some stage when you finish this late, you just get tired and you sleep. You know, I mean, that's the natural way to overcome jet lag, just being tired. You know, so I'm making it maybe sound easier than it is, but it's one of the things we do, and we know we need to work when we need to work. We don't have a choice, you know, and then you just do it. Obviously, people is already tired because it was a long season, and we are getting to the end of it. We have got one more race to go after this one, but I think we will adapt, and all the excitement, all the newiness which the Vegas brings keeps the people awake, you know, and just keeps them working. And most of the people which work here love it anyway, so it will be spectacular running at midnight with a race car around in Vegas. I mean, I will not fall asleep.
No, it's just like the natural oxygen they pump in those casinos, but this is a more natural thing we have going on. In terms of where you guys are in the constructor standings, obviously AlphaTauri's had a great last 3 races. You are in striking distance of Alfa Romeo and maybe AlphaTauri as well. How much pressure are you guys under where you are in the standings right now?
Thanks for reminding me.
Sorry, I had to ask one of them.
Exactly. One unpleasant question. No, I stand up that, you know, obviously we are not where we want to be to start off with, because we started off pretty good this year and then fall back, and the other ones have done a better job than us, you know. But in racing, you never give up, and this race maybe throws us some surprise, and we can get a good weekend like Alfa Romeo had, I don't know, 2-3 races ago, and AlphaTauri the last 2 races. They have picked up their pace significantly over the last 5 events, and they just scored because they were good. But Alfa Romeo just landed one of these freak moments, so hopefully we can have that one as well, but the pressure is pretty high.
With AlphaTauri at 16 points in 3 races, is that something that concerns you, or do you say to your team, hey, we can fix this just like they did that late in the season?
You say that, but you need to be realistic. AlphaTauri, we saw that coming since 6-7 races ago. They had some upgrades on the car, and they were getting stronger and stronger. Then Danny back in the car, he getting in the mood again to do good races. It was dangerous, and they scored, you know. But as you just said, nothing is impossible in racing. If there is some lucky event or something, you need to be there, and to be there, you need to be always on your best game, you know. And that is what we are trying to do. And then we do our best game, and then hopefully we get lucky.
We got choppers going overhead. We got an opening ceremony happen here in a little bit. Are you and the team able to enjoy a little bit of Vegas and the spectacle that this is around the actual racing?
Yeah, you enjoy it, because I think for everybody involved in Formula One, this is something, you know, you dream of being part of. You know, we are part of it. We are part of the show. All the mechanics, all the engineers, everybody in F1 is part of it, and I think everybody can take some of the pride of it. You know, that this is happening. Yeah, how much you can enjoy it outside of the paddock is difficult, because we just mentioned before we work pretty hard, and I hope our team is sleeping when they should be sleeping and are not going around to the casinos.
They're not. I will be though. Guenther, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it, man.
No problem. Thank you. Thanks for having me.